Hello, Jordan.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
It was good. How was your weekend?
Well, it was good. I had a 4-day weekend. It was nice.
Oh, very good.
I know. It's exciting. So,
Yeah.
how did you have any days off? Are you having any vacation?
Cece, I'm going to travel to Carolina del Norte for the first time um, in 2 weeks. So,
Oh, nice. That'll be exciting.
see, yes.
And what country are you from?
I am from the República Dominica.
I know that's just in the Caribbean, isn't it?
See, yes.
Excellent. Have you read the article for today's class?
No, I didn't realize there was an article.
You didn't read the description of the class then? If you take a look, there's a link, and because I'll need everybody to open the link. So if you want to open that link,
Okay. I don't see.
it's right at the beginning. Let me go around the class. I just want to say hi to everybody and make sure everybody's got the article open. Hello. We have Soso from London. Hello, Soso.
Hello, how are you, Simon?
I'm very good, thanks. Hold on. I got a video playing here. There we go. I stopped that. And let me close my door because I got a baby that won't stop making noises. There we go. All right, Soso, have you read the article for today yet?
No, I cannot see it.
Oh, it's right in the description of the class. If you want
Ah.
to go to the description of the class and click on the link, because we'll need that
Okay.
to have today's class. So, and if everybody, I'm going to ask you all to do the same thing. Hello, Sabrina. Video playing here. There we go. I stopped that. And let me close my door because I got a baby that won't stop making noise. Okay. Jose. Hello,
how are
Jose.
you? Hi. Sorry.
Jose? Hello? Okay. David. Hello, David. Is my mic working? Yes, it is. David,
Hello,
can you hear me?
hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, nobody can hear me
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Good, good. David, do you have the article open up?
Yes.
Good.
Uh,
You've got that article. Okay, good. Because we're going to be talking about solar-powered homes. We're going to be talking about electricity. We're going to be talking about
Sorry, but I am
Elon Musk.
I'm hearing a woman speaking.
I don't hear that.
Uh,
I don't hear anybody else speaking. Okay.
I think it's
Oh, Jordan,
your.
yeah, there is some noise coming from your connection. You're shuffling papers or something. If you want to just keep yourself on mute, there you go. And breading, is it breading?
Yes,
Bread, where are you from?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, we got a few of you from the Dominican today. Excellent. And do you have the article open?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, please open that article.
Okay.
And let's see, Jose, is your microphone working now?
Yes. My microphone is working. Hi,
Good.
Simon. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Do you have the article ready?
Yes, I have the article
Excellent.
already.
Good. That's good. Excellent.
Teacher?
Just a minute. Sabrina, is your microphone working now?
Yes.
Good. And do you have the article open and ready to go?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. And who was asking me a question?
Teacher, excuse me. Do you send me the article for chat?
No, I didn't. It's if you guys look at my the article for the class where it provides a description, the link is right at the bottom of the description.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you guys don't see that, it tells me you're not reading.
Mm. Okay,
So
that's right.
take a look there. And I want to get started right away, not have as much small talk, because the more time we have for the lesson, the better things will be in this class. I want to give you more time to read and then have a discussion later. All right, so let's see. We're going to start with you, Soso. I'll just paste a copy of the link for those of you who don't have it. This is in the newspaper USA Today, and the title is Tesla expands into batteries for homes. Could you read the first paragraph, please, Soso?
Starting from the one under the video, or just Hawthorne Kelf?
Hawthorne.
Okay. Hawthorne Kelf, seeking to redefine itself as more than a high-tech automaker. Tesla Motors announced Thursday night plans to make inroads into residential and business battery systems.
Okay, we would just say inroads.
Inroads.
Yeah, it means to make progress. Okay, and you guys, very important, even when it's not your turn, to follow along so you know when it's your turn next. All right, Sabrina, could you please read the next paragraph? Sabrina, could you read the next paragraph, please? All right, Jose, let's go to you. Jose, could you read the next paragraph, please?
Okay.
Jose?
The next paragraph is disease within.
No, that's not the next paragraph, guys. You really got to follow along even when it's not your turn. It's
Okay.
the second paragraph.
While home batteries are sexy as electric luxury cars, Tesla CEO Elon Musk portrayed the Powerwall home battery and the business system called the Power Pack as helping to win the war of oil and gas.
Oil and gas. Can you repeat, please?
Oil and gas.
Luxury.
Luxury.
Portrayed.
Portrayed.
Thank you very much. All right, Jordan, could you please read the next paragraph?
Sorry, my microphone was on mute. This is within the power of humanity to do. Most of the large crowd gathered at Tesla's design center in the Los Angeles suburb. We have done things like this before. It is not impossible.
Good, excellent. Thank you. All right, next paragraph. Let's see who's up next. And we have Fabia. Hello, Fabia.
Hello, teacher, but I have some problems with the screen. I have to go and enter again.
Okay, we'll see you when you come back in.
Sorry.
Okay. David, could you read the next paragraph, please?
Yes. Musk says the system could be a boon to those living off the electric grid, similar to moves by other tech companies to connect some of the most remote regions of the world to services that previously required wires. Facebook is testing a solar-powered drone to bring internet to some of the most remote places on the globe. Google's Project Loon attempts to accomplish the same with balloons traveling on the edge of space.
Thank you very much. Red, could you read the next paragraph, please? All right, Soso or Wellington.
Hello,
Wellington?
how are you? Hello.
Sir, are you following along with us in the article?
Sorry?
Could you open up the article, Wellington? We're reading along in an article.
Okay, I am open now.
Okay. I'll have So continue next, and then we'll come back to you, Wellington. So could you read the next paragraph, please?
Musk says
Okay.
the basic 10 kilowatt hour Powerwall home system will sell for 3,500 and use much of the same technology found in Tesla electric cars, known for having the longest range per car of any pure electrics on the road. In a lot of ways, it's taking derivative technology from the car, he told reporters before the presentation.
Okay, good. So the name is Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah, named after Nikola Tesla. Excellent. So the next paragraph, it's expected. Wellington, do you have the article open? Are you following along?
Yes.
All right, so if you could read the next paragraph where it says it's expected.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, my... 1 minute, please. Sorry. Can you continue, please?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll continue. So, Sabrina, are you? Is your microphone working now?
I'm here ready, Simon. Sorry.
All right. Well, go ahead, please.
It's expected that the Powerwall would be bought mostly by homeowners who want to store energy for their solar system, allowing them to run off their own power after the sun goes down. The company showed off the sleek design of the room batteries, pointing out they are a slim 6 inches thick that can be mounted on walls. He says he expects to have several of them mounted in his own home.
Thank you very much. All right, Rafaela.
Hello. Sorry, I don't have the link.
Okay. Well, just listen along. I posted the link in the group chat, and by the time we get to your turn next, hopefully you found it, but at least listen to what we're talking about because we'll have a discussion soon.
Okay, but I can't see Verbling chat. Could you post the link?
It's not in Verbling chat, it's in the blue chat.
What? Where?
It's in the blue chat icon. Group chat.
There is nothing here. Ah, now I can see. Okay.
Jose, could you read the next two paragraphs, please?
Okay. The battery storage units will be marketed via the division called Tesla Energy. He says he expects the power system to turn profitable next year. Powerwall will go on sale later this year in the USA, to be followed by foreign sales. Production will shift next to the batteries coming out of the Tesla Gigafactory that it's being built on the outskirts of Reno. The home batteries will be similar to the hand-sized lithium-ion batteries that run Tesla cars.
Gigafactory.
Factory.
Gigafactory.
Gigafactory.
Okay.
Gigafactory. Okay.
All right. Next, Jordan, could you read the next paragraph, please?
Yes. What Tesla is doing is in strategy to bring the clean air revolution to the state. As in California goes, so goes the nation, says Roland Wang, Energy and Transportation Program Director for the Natural Resources Defense Council.
Great, thank you. Next paragraph, please. Fabia.
Yes, Musk is also chairman of SolarCity, SCGY, a solar energy provider. which now also offers stationary battery units. SolarCity says it has sold 300 units already this year.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Next paragraph. David.
Okay. Tesla hasn't been trying hard to keep its big battery plans a secret. In a job posting for a development operation engineer, Tesla says it has developed a business unit to address the increasing need for stationary storage battery systems, which allows for even higher levels of renewable generation.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Brad, could you read the next paragraph, please?
Analyst Brian Johnson of Brookrange Berkeley says, Tesla disclosed last year that it planned to devote nearly a third of the capacity of its coming battery factory to stationary battery. We'll see if that happens, he says.
He says, thank you very much. All right, next paragraph. We're back over to Wellington. If you could read the next paragraph, please.
Yes. Another analyst, Ben Kallo of Bayard Equity Research, says in a note that developing a stationary storage business can only be good news. We believe entering storage will allow Tesla to more rapidly grow the company while diversifying its revenue streams, he wrote.
Thank you very much. Next paragraph, please, Soso.
Tesla was trading below $190 a share at the start of April, but it closed Thursday at $226.05 a share, down 6%, $6.40 or 22.8%. Shares had surged earlier this month on word of the home battery plants.
Okay, normally we would say down 6.40 or $6.40, but mostly we just say it's down 6.40 or 2.8%.
Okay.
And the word is earlier. All right, now Rafaela had trouble getting the link up. Rafaela, do you have the link up? Are you ready to read?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead and read the last paragraph then, please.
Okay. A California winery chain says it has incorporated 21 Tesla power packs into its massive solar power systems. Julian Gervaux, Senior Sustainability Manager for Jackson Families Wines, best known for labels like Kendall Jackson and La Crema, says the system providing enough solar power for 1,300 homes in projects to cut electricity bills by about 40%. The Tesla batteries should add about 10% to the savings, and the whole system should pay for itself in about 5 to 6 years.
Thank you. Okay, so 20 minutes are gone. We've got another 40 minutes left. What I want to do, I didn't even notice you there, Adela. Thank you for joining us. So what I'm going to do next, guys, and I'll give you a chance to speak in a minute, Adela, we're going to talk, we're going to have a discussion about what we heard here, about what we read. I'll start by giving each student a minute to discuss the story. And then we'll go around and again until everybody's had a chance to speak at least twice. Now, in order to do this, I need my watch to record time. I left that upstairs, so I have to go upstairs. I'll get my watch. Give me 30 seconds, guys. I'll be right back, and then we'll start with Wellington. But what I want you to do is I want you to think about, what is it this story is about? Why is it significant? And if you're not Wellington, you should also be prepared to listen to what the other students have to say, because by the time we get to, I don't know, Jordan or David, most of the summary has already been given. We know pretty well everything the story's talked about. So maybe you want to comment on what Wellington has said or Jordan has said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? All right, so give me 30 seconds.
I agree.
Sorry about the delay, guys. Normally I'm much better, but I've learned in the past, if I don't give you guys each an equal amount of time or opportunity, well, not everybody's too happy about that. So, one more thing. It's very important that you come to class on time, especially when we have a discussion like this, because I don't want to penalize the students who are here on time by taking another minute or two to explain where to get the article or what we've already discussed. I'll be quick. I'll try and point you to the article, then I'll go back to the other students who have arrived on time. So try to get here on time, guys. All right, so I've got the timer set for 1 minute. And Wellington, I'd like you to take a minute and describe for us what this story is about. Why is it significant?
So, I'm sorry, but I lost part of the text. But the article is about the introducing of batteries to improve to save electricity through and use the solar power. And I can't say much more beyond this, but it is very important because today we use the electricity power from the water and other things, and also everything that can came to change the way of we produce energy, and I think is good for the nature, for us, because his natural resources is finished.
All right, terrific. And you heard that sound, guys. That you'll know when your time's up when you hear that sound. So thank you for your summary, Wellington. Good start. So, would you care to tell us your thoughts? What else is this story about?
Okay, it's about this company called Telsa, who are making batteries for power for those who are using the sun power, because when the sun power is done, you need batteries. So.
Hello. Oh, I can't hear you. So are you there?
Yes. Sorry, I had.
Okay.
And so they're making this technology to help those houses who use the sun power panels because after the sun is down, the power will be down, so they can use this battery to regain their powers.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And yeah, the term we use is solar power.
Yes, I was looking for that. Solar power.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. And next, Rafaela, what can you tell us about the story?
Well, I think for me, I think the story is nice because I didn't know it could become profitable. So, I mean, the next year, it's close.
It could be. We don't know that it's going to be profitable yet.
Yes, I don't know. And I think it's interesting because I didn't know solar energy could be profitable for use in home.
Yeah, and that's, well, I think you've raised a very good point. Is it cost effective? The amount of money you would have to spend to implement a type of system, is it really cheap? Or is it a type of house that you need to live in 20 years before it pays itself off? Thank you. All right, Jose, what else can you tell us about the story?
Yes, I think it is clean energy because nowadays the price of energy is according the prices about the price per kilowatt. This energy could be this kind of energy could be cheaper than the energy that nowadays we have. I think that the electric companies could be scared about this kind of batteries because you can surface all the parts of the house with this kind of energy without the technology that we have nowadays.
Thank you, David. Very good
Okay.
point. Very good point. Or sorry, Jose, I'm getting my names mixed up. Jordan, what can you tell us about this story or the technology they spoke about?
Well, is person for me it's not effective because in my country it's very expensive to drive cars, so we wouldn't use this very much. But for American or other countries who drive much, it would be save energy and it is described as looking nice, I believe.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, that's correct.
And it seems beneficial to the environment.
Well, that's all depends, right? Is it really beneficial to the environment? If you have your own solar panels and you store the energy from that, then yes, it is beneficial to the environment, right? But if you're just using it, for example, in a tiered economy where electricity is cheap at night and expensive during the day, you could just be using the electricity to charge up your batteries at night and then using those batteries during the day when electricity is high. So, yeah, very good. All right, Fabia, what's your take on all this?
Well, I think that it's uh, it's very good that this Tesla. I think that it nowadays it's not possible in my country. The what you have to put on the roofs here nobody has it, and because it is because they are too expensive. So you think in the article mentioned that factory use 21 Teslas to have energy. So here it's impossible.
Thank you.
Nowadays here.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's true in a lot of countries, even in my country. I think the cost for a complete system would be over $20,000, maybe $30,000, and there's no way I'm going to spend that kind of money for a house I might not live in long enough. So it doesn't make sense to me in my country either. David,
but it's a very good
just a minute. Sorry.
Point.
Let me move on. Everybody gets a minute. David, what can you tell us?
I think these news are good news because we have the sun lighting every day and we are wasting this energy, and we can save about 40% of our electricity bills, and we only need between 5 to 6 years to pay the system. And in countries like mine, usually the governments should pay part of the investment you need to put this kind of technology in your house, because it's a way to protect the environment and to save energy. And I think it's good for the economy, and I think the government will pay part of it.
Okay, very good. Government paying part of it. Well said. All right, Brad, what's your take on this? Hello, Brad? All right, Adela, what's your take on all this?
Yes, I think can be a solution in isolated areas, for example, where it's very expensive to arrive the electric lines. And overall, if it's a clean or green energy, because I think it's a solar, no, a battery solar. I think it's interesting. Maybe a little expensive for the moment, but I think the price decrease on the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good point. All right, guys, next round, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to speak. And we're going to talk a bit more about solar power, wind power, other technologies related to greener fuel sources. We'll talk about electric cars. We'll talk about anything related to the subject. I want you guys to be free to either talk about things you've seen, things you've heard. It can be related to the article or it doesn't have to, but I want us to talk about green technologies or green energy sources and the impact on our lives. Wellington, you've got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we can find a lot of different ways and people searching for new technologies to improve to bring energy for us. But here in Brazil, we have a lot of problems in this area. in many areas, because we don't here we don't have a lot of scientists, and because this we must buy technology from the other places like United States and sometimes Canada, Israel, and other places. Of course, the countries that improve the technology to reach this goal, I think you'll be the top, and it's good for first for them, and we must pay for use this energy. But it's good. It's good for us. For the like I wrote it. The resource, the nature resources, they are finite. So we today have a lot of problems that involve the water, the electricity. Now the gas is cheap, but we don't know until this price will be request. So I hope that Brazil improve this in this area and other countries too.
Thank you very much, Wellington, for that. Rafaela, you've got 2 minutes. Tell us what you think of green technology, or what needs to change in the environment.
I agree with Wellington. There has been improvement, especially in wind power north of Brazil the last years, because governmental programs. One of the, how can I say that? In this program, the wind power system should be constructed by national technology, you know. So all the material, all not, but kind of 70% of materials used in north of Brazil for build wind power systems should be national, and that was really good for our industry, I think.
Okay, good. So it should be national projects. It should be nationalized.
Yes, should be national. And I don't know. I think maybe in the future we will see that the oil and gas industry will lose their power because these projects.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Some countries have taken a very strategic approach and have nationalized or have directly sponsored some of these technologies through initiatives and rebates and such. All right, next we have Jose. You've got just under 2 minutes. Go ahead and tell us about your thoughts on this.
I think that this kind of technology, the green sources, it will be the future. But nowadays, for example, in Spain, the government was helping this kind of technology, but the last year or 2 years ago, the government removed money in order to help this kind of technology. I think that the multinational companies are not interested in helping this kind of technology, but I think that in the future this kind of technologies will be very interesting for the humanity because the petrol the petrol will be finished. It is a natural resource. This resource will be finished in the future. I think that the green technology, the green sources will be the future. Will be cheaper than the technology that we have nowadays.
Okay, so that's a very good point, and I think that's
Yes.
a good question I want to bring up. We don't have time to answer that. However, I'll give Fabia a chance. The price of oil is really cheap right now. Do we really have to worry about oil running out or high oil prices? Why do we need to worry about solar power?
I didn't understand you. What is your what did you say in the last minute?
Do we need to worry about solar power? Oil's cheap. It just dropped down. Oil's cheap now, so is oil going to run out?
I think this solar is really a good thing. Here we began to use the cracking method. That is, the chairman said that is very, very. It's not good, and I very. The word doesn't come to my mouth. I am very annoyed with this. We haven't any windmills. We haven't any solar programs. Nothing. But still, we have fuel oil. And this began it's a project in our country that I'm very sad for that.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off, but I got to keep the time, or not everybody will have their fair share. I might miss people. All right, so David, we're next. Okay, here we go. David, tell us a bit more and talk a bit more about dirty fossil fuels and why they're great and why they're bad and how it all relates.
Sorry, about what? Please, could you repeat?
Tell us about fossil fuels, why they're good, why they're bad, and why electricity.
Okay. They are good, but I think they are not forever, and we will spend all of these fossil oils, and we need another energies. But I think the main problem is that governments have to invest a big amount of money to research about this kind of green energy, because, for example, now you need to fill the Spain of solar power if you want to produce the same electricity that a traditional power plant. And if you want to compare this to a nuclear power plant, probably you need the half of the world to produce the same electricity. The problem, I think, it's not that the amount of energy we can produce, and I think the problem is the big amount of energy we spend every day. And We have to control this because the world is growing up every day, and we need more and more energy. And when the fossil oils with our tanks deposits will be empty, I think we will have a very big problem.
Thank you. All right, Adela, your turn's coming up now. Elon Musk is the guy who started this company that this article is about. His first company, or the first company he got in on, is actually PayPal. He was one of the co-founders of PayPal, and that's where he got his money. And then he moved off into other companies such as Tesla and SpaceX. He apparently is a Canadian-American entrepreneur, so I don't know. I thought he was just American. He did go to Queen's University in Ontario, but I'm just finding this out on Wiki. So anyhow, so yeah. So Elon Musk, a very, very bright person, and not just somebody who decided to develop PayPal and get rich. He risked and almost lost all his money with Tesla and SpaceX. Adela, what do you think about this person? What do you think about this person?
I think sometimes the enterprise or the person who start an enterprise only have a goal is to have money to give to earn a lot, and maybe it's not consciously to because they like green energy and the power, but what is the business more profit, have more profit. In Spain, for example, the windmills, there are a lot of green energy about the wind energy, but there are a lot of lobbies that control these mills. To put these mills, we have a problem for the birds, the migration ways to the birds, etc., because they have only a money interest to have these aeolic parks. They are a lot in Spain. I think is sometimes you see when you go to the highway, you see the windmills are stopped, don't work. I think there are a lot of interest in this energy. Money, enterprise is not so good. We think.
Could be. Thank you very much for that. Well, guys, we've got about 12 minutes left. We lost a few students, so that gives us extra time. I'm just going to change things up a little bit. I want to have a bit more of a dialogue, so I'll give you each a minute, and I want to give you the opportunity to ask me questions about this technology. So Wellington, you're up next. You've got a minute.
About in Canada, how this kind of energy, solar energy or windmill is used? Is Canada is improving in this area?
Well, in Canada, we do have solar technologies. There are some homes that have solar panels. The people who go with this technology are people that expect to live in a house at least 15 to 20 years. The cost is expensive, so it takes a while to pay off.
Okay, thank you.
And Canada's a cold country, guys. We don't have sun all year round, so not the best place for the technology. All right, Rafaela, you've got a minute. Go ahead, please.
And how about cars in your country?
Oh, cars.
Situation.
Well, I'll give you an
Maybe
idea.
maybe you have hybrid cars because of the winter, or no?
Yes, we do have hybrid cars. We have electric cars, but most of our cars are gasoline based. And fuel currently costs about $1.13 a liter here. Gives you an idea. So
Okay.
yeah, very expensive. Cars aren't cheap either here.
I think here it's a little cheaper because you 1.30 Canadian dollars or US dollars.
Canadian dollars.
Okay,
So that's Canadian dollar.
but I think here it's a little cheaper than that.
It might be. Let me get back to you. I gotta go to Jose, and we'll probably have time to give you one more spot. Jose, you've got a minute. What question do you have?
Okay. Simon, do you think that this kind of technology could be the technology of the future?
It definitely is. It is a technology of the future. It's a technology of today. There are countries like the United States, like Russia, China, countries that are large, that have a lot of sun. If you take what I think it was Rafaela said, and you have a state-sponsored electric grid,
Yes.
go out in the desert, put up tons of these solar arrays, then
Yes.
yes, it's free. The sun doesn't cost anything. We get so much energy from the sun free.
You can save the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it just, you have to put solar gathering where it makes sense. It needs to be efficient.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. And Fabia, you've got a minute. Go ahead.
Yes, I know. I heard here it's the same value. The fuel it costs the same as Canada, and I think that do the garages in your country requires of heat for the snow. I heard in some that you use electrical to heat your garages.
Well, it's not so much that we use electricity to heat our garages or garages. It's that our garages are insulated, so we don't heat them, but the radiation from our house helps to heat the garages. So, like for example, mine is not as cold as outside because the heat radiating from the house is trapped by the insulated garage. Thank you. David, you've got a minute.
Okay, and I think there is a debate about nuclear power plants and its benefits about this kind of energy producers. But what about in Canada? What do you think about nuclear power plants versus other kinds of
You know what?
energy
Nuclear
producers?
power is like debt. It's great, right? You can do things with it. Like with debt, you get debt, you can buy things. Nuclear energy is very, very clean. You don't have pollution going into the air. You don't have smog. And you get so much power from it. However, if you have a breach, well, you can have a nuclear meltdown. You can contaminate so much of the environment, as we saw with Chernobyl and then Fukushima. So yeah, technology or nuclear is great while the technology is working, but if you ever have a problem, let's say there's a war or a natural disaster and there's a meltdown at the plant, you've got a major problem. So nuclear, I like it, but wind and solar are so much better if we can figure that out, or tidal. right? If you live near the ocean, put windmills upside down in the water and they do very well.
Yes.
Adela, you've got a minute. Go ahead.
Yes, I read the Canadian minister. Maybe Canada has a cooperation with Korea del Sur in nuclear energy. Is real or is a notice? Is a news? Is not real? Or?
Well, no, our country does sponsor nuclear energy on the international level. I don't know to what degree, but Canada was one of the pioneers in producing what they call the CANDU reactors.
Yeah, yes. This news is about Korea del Sur. The reactors have a cooperation with Canada about the reactors. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this nuclear is a whole separate discussion. Well, guys, we've got 3.5 minutes.
No, oh, sorry. Canada produce the reactors, but they use green energy. Is a little strange.
Well, it's not strange when you realize different business interests have different ideas, right? So, guys, it's been a fascinating class. We've talked about green energy. The real story here is about Tesla and really what Elon Musk is trying to do. Look at what this guy did. PayPal, nothing that revolutionary there. You know, yes, it might have seemed like it at the time, but it was another internet company, a successful one. However, look at what he's been up to recently. An electric car company. A space exploration company. These are not easy. You can't just go ahead and start a car company. They take billions of dollars. And a space exploration program? Well, those start at $1 billion. This guy is obviously pretty smart. He takes a lot of risks. I don't know if this idea is going to take off like the iPhone. After all, you got to spend a lot of money. When they say the batteries start at $3,500, they do, US dollars, but you have to put solar panels on your house, and that's where the real costs come in. I see Wellington typing a question. What's your question there, Wellington?
Do you think that putting our savings in this company, in Tesla, is a good? It's good for the future, for our earnings.
It's a risk.
Yes,
it's a risk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'd certainly look into it, but you know, I'm not young like you guys. I'm not willing to wait another 10 to 20 years to see my money come back. In this market, I'd rather put my money under the mattress and hope for the best. Yes. Any other questions? Guys, type your questions because we've only got 2 minutes, so I can talk for 2 minutes. So whoever types the question first, I'll talk to that person and respond. Nothing yet. So hold on. This week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be offering a class on Friday. It's going to be 20 questions. The purpose of this class is to practice your English listening skills. I did this last week, and I haven't booked it yet, but I'm going to be booking it for this Friday. Hopefully, I can do it at the exact same time. If not, I'll do it an hour later. Sorry, let me turn off my phone. Sorry about that, guys. I should have put it on vibrate.
No problem.
So I'll be booking another class for later this week. Do you guys like the academic English class? Is this a class you find interesting?
The academic? Sorry, I don't understand.
Do you like this class?
This kind. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yes, I like too much.
Okay, I'll do more of it. As you've noticed in my class, I'm trying to give you guys more talk time. I'm trying to spend less time talking. I have received some comments. Well, we want you to talk more to us. What I suggest is if you want more of that, book private classes with me, because in the group classes I find more students want more time to talk themselves. I do have an idea what I wanted you guys more talking with each other, but we'll try that later. Yeah, academic does sound boring, guys. I'll see about changing the name, okay? But there we go. We've had a full hour. I don't want to keep you guys late or keep you guys and have you late for your next class. So have yourselves a great evening or great morning, as the case may be, for Adela and others.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night, guys.
Simon, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye-bye.